Some competitions judge livestock on their frame size. Others value their degree of muscling. This one focuses on their fashion sense.
Marty is a Hampshire-Suffolk cross market lamb. He's accessorized his wool coat with a complimentary black scarf and rhinestones.
Yes, these are essentially sheep in sheep's clothing.
I'm sure for the general public, they're kind of going, this is kind of funky, kind of a, okay.
But for those in the 4-H lamb lead competition, this mix of fashion and farm animals makes perfect sense.
Lamb lead is where Marty and I get to dress up in wool garments and then answer questions about the sheep industry, the wool industry, and then teach consumers about wool.
Here at the Minnesota State Fair, lamb lead competitors are judged on how well they lead their lambs on a halter and how well they showcase wool while doing it.
It's different because usually, for a regular sheep show you wear jeans and like a shirt, this is a little different, wearing nicer shoes that aren't as comfortable, I would say. And more people seem like they're interested because you're all dressed up and you dress up your sheep and everything.
I'm wearing an 80% wool plaid green jumper that I actually sewed myself, and my lamb is wearing a matching scarf.
I'm wearing 70% merino wool, and it's 30% mohair, and my math teacher actually made this.
The sheep is wearing a hand-crocheted cape that my mom made and little booties on its feet. I like that we get to dress up and show off our sheep in a more sophisticated manner.
Getting these ruminants runway ready isn't easy. The grooming alone can take hours.
It's kind of like you going to get your hair cut. You want it to be in a certain shape or style. And with the sheep, we want to accentuate the good parts and try and hide the bad parts. If a sheep has wide shoulders or something, we want to, streamline those and make them look as nice as we possibly can.
On his feet, we just put a little styling mousse to make his hair stand up and looks fuller and bigger bone, which is very good for a market lamb. I started when I was about 7 or 8 years old with my lambs. I just love it. I know what it takes to do well, and I want to get there, and so I put forth the effort and time to get there.
Another outstanding group of 4-H'ers out here today.
Like most fashion shows, this one has its share of divas.
Sometimes the lamb tries to eat the sweater.
Of course, a pretty face only counts for so much. While the sheep stand around looking good, their owners must prove they're well-versed in wool.
Can you tell me what type of a sheep this would come off of? This is a long fiber, really long, and that'll come off of like a Lincoln long wool.
She could ask you what are some byproducts of lamb, and you could say mattresses or rugs or carpets and sweaters. What are some of the properties of wool? It's absorbent, it's very breathable.
It can keep people warm in the winter, and it can keep people cool in the summer. And it's flame retardant, so if you ever try and light a piece of wool, it will never light on fire.
There's actually a mulch that's made out of wool that you can put in with your garden, and it will help your plants grow and be fertilized. It's interesting what wool can do.
For many of the 4-H'ers, this show is a step towards a career in the wool industry. As for the sheep, let's just say a cute wool cap can only take them so far.
And those lambs will go to market, they will be butchered, and they will be food for the American people next week.